Welcome to the Book in Brief. Today we explore Twilight, the novel that launched one of the most iconic young adult franchises of the 21st century. Written by Stephenie Meyer and published in 2005, Twilight follows the story of Bella Swan, an ordinary teenage girl, and Edward Cullen, a vampire caught between love and danger. This story isn't just about romance, it's about identity, restraint, fear, and the choices that define who we are. Let's dive into the first chapter of their unforgettable saga. Isabella Swan, known simply as Bella, is a quiet, thoughtful 17-year-old girl living in Phoenix, Arizona. But her life is about to change. Her mother, Renee, has recently remarried and wants to travel with her new husband, Phil. Wanting to give them space, Bella decides, voluntarily, to move in with her father, Charlie, the police chief of the small and constantly overcast town of Forks, Washington. Forks is everything Bella hates: cold, wet, and boring. She hasn't visited since she was a child, and now she's returning for an indefinite stay. Her father, though awkward and emotionally distant, is kind in his own way. He gives her a red Chevy truck, rusty but reliable, and helps her settle into her new room. Bella's days begin to blend into a quiet routine. She notices how everything in Forks moves slower. The people, the pace, the conversations, even time itself seems heavy under the endless clouds. Her classmates are friendly enough, but she doesn't feel like she belongs. She's not shy, just disinterested. Uninterested in gossip, uninterested in high school drama. That is, until Edward Cullen enters her life like a disruption in the still surface of her world. Starting at Forks High School is uncomfortable. Everyone already knows everyone. Bella becomes the center of attention simply for being new. Boys want to talk to her, and girls are both friendly and skeptical. She quickly befriends a group of classmates, including Jessica, Angela, Mike, and Eric, but none of them really interest her. Then she sees the Cullens. They sit at a separate table in the cafeteria. 5 siblings, all impossibly beautiful and pale, with dark eyes and graceful movements. They don't eat. They don't interact with anyone outside their group. Among them is Edward Cullen, striking, aloof, and utterly unreadable. When Bella is paired with Edward in biology class, his reaction stuns her. He glares at her, clenches his jaw, and sits as far away as possible. She catches him gripping the edge of the lab table and holding his breath. It's as if he despises her. Then he disappears. For a full week, Edward is absent from school. Bella is left confused and slightly hurt. But when he returns, everything changes. He introduces himself politely, his behavior is friendly, even charming. Bella is intrigued but frustrated. He's a mystery wrapped in contradictions. Bella's curiosity intensifies when, one morning, a car skids on ice in the school parking lot. She is directly in its path, until Edward Cullen appears from across the lot and pulls her out of danger, stopping the van with one hand. He should not have been fast enough. He should not have been strong enough. Yet no one seems to question it, except Bella. When she tries to confront Edward about the incident, he deflects, jokes, and insists that she's imagining things. But Bella knows what she saw. She begins watching Edward more closely. He never eats, his skin is cold, he avoids sunlight, and he always seems to know what's about to happen. None of it adds up. During a school trip to a nearby beach at La Push, Bella speaks with a boy named Jacob Black. He tells her about old Quileute legends, about cold ones who live in the woods and feed on blood. The Cullens, he implies, are connected to these myths. Bella investigates further, scouring books and online forums until she comes to a conclusion. Edward Cullen is a vampire. Instead of being afraid, Bella is fascinated. When she confronts Edward with her theory, he doesn't deny it. Instead, he takes her into the forest, shows her his sparkling skin in the sunlight, and confesses the truth. "I've been 17 for a while," he says. Edward explains that he and his family do not drink human blood. They survive on animals, living apart from the human world to protect others. He tells her how dangerous it is to be near him, that every second he is with her, he's fighting the urge to kill her. Bella doesn't care. After the forest confrontation, Bella and Edward grow closer. They sit together in the cafeteria, walk through the woods after school, and spend long hours simply learning each other. He's fascinated by her humanity. She's entranced by his restraint. Edward tells her stories from decades past, of prohibition, silent films, and jazz clubs. For Bella, it's like falling in love with history itself, only it's standing right in front of her. Despite the risks, Bella and Edward begin to fall in love. Their connection is intense and immediate, but always fraught with tension. Edward watches Bella sleep at night, not in a predatory way, but because he finds peace in her presence. He listens to her talk about her life, her insecurities, her loneliness. He opens up too, revealing parts of himself no human has ever seen. He takes her to meet his family. Carlisle, the compassionate doctor who turned Edward into a vampire during the Spanish influenza pandemic. Esme, the warm and gentle matriarch. Emmett and Rosalie, the physically strong and emotionally charged pair. And Alice and Jasper, the closest to Bella in spirit. Alice instantly connects with Bella, while Jasper struggles to control his thirst. Rosalie disapproves of Bella entirely, seeing her as a threat to their carefully constructed life. But Edward and Bella are determined to be together. They spend days in the forest, talking for hours, lying in the grass while the sun filters through the trees. They share their first kiss, a moment both exhilarating and terrifying. Edward has never let himself get so close to a human before. Their bond intensifies quickly. Edward shows Bella a part of his world, how fast he can run through the forest, how easily he can leap from treetop to treetop, how his family survives by hunting deer and mountain lions. For Bella, this isn't frightening. It's captivating. It's the life she wants, a life with him. One night, sitting in her room by candlelight, Edward admits he listens to her breathing when he's away. "It calms me," he says. Bella, heart racing, replies, "You've become my whole world." The danger is constant, but so is the desire. Everything changes when Edward invites Bella to watch the Cullens play baseball. A thunderous spectacle only possible during storms due to the volume of their powerful collisions. During the game, 3 nomadic vampires appear: James, Victoria, and Laurent. Unlike the Cullens, these vampires drink human blood and travel constantly. When James catches Bella's scent, something shifts. He becomes obsessed with her, not because of hunger, but because she's protected. The thrill of the hunt consumes him. The Cullens immediately spring into action. Edward and his family devise a plan. Bella will flee to Phoenix with Alice and Jasper, while the others distract James and protect Charlie. In Phoenix, Bella is racked with guilt. She worries for Charlie, for the Cullens, and for Edward. She feels like a burden, the weak link in a supernatural world. But she also sees another side of this world. Alice begins sketching what she sees in her visions: rooms, mirrors, shadows. She and Bella talk long into the night about the future, about fate, and about what it would mean if Bella were turned. "I've seen it," Alice admits softly. "You, with golden eyes." Then James calls. He tricks Bella into thinking he has captured her mother. He tells her to come alone, to a ballet studio from her childhood. Desperate to protect her mom, Bella escapes from Alice and Jasper and goes to confront James. The trap is already set. James attacks her. He breaks her bones, throws her across the room, and bites her, injecting vampire venom into her blood. He begins to film the entire event, relishing the hunt. At the last moment, Edward and the Cullens arrive. Edward fights James in a violent, desperate struggle. The others destroy him, burning his body to ensure he never returns. But Bella is dying. To save her, Edward must suck the venom from her blood without killing her. It's the ultimate test of his control. He succeeds, barely, stopping just in time. Bella lives, but she is forever changed. Bella wakes up in the hospital with a broken leg, cracked ribs, and bandages across her body. Her mother is at her side, confused by the story Bella tells, that she fell down 2 flights of stairs and through a window. Charlie is furious, heartbroken, and distant. He doesn't understand what Bella is going through, nor can he. But Edward is there. He stays with her, silent and guilt-ridden. He tells her that he should never have entered her life, that his love puts her in danger, but Bella won't accept that. When she recovers, Edward invites her to prom. She believes, hopes, that this is it. He's going to turn her into a vampire, that they'll finally be together forever, but instead they dance. Under twinkling lights, with the music low and the night full of promise, Edward tells her he won't change her. He wants her to live, to have a human life. Bella is devastated. "I'm not afraid of death," she says. "I'm afraid of losing you." Later, they sit together in the gazebo, away from the music. Bella tries again. Don't you see? You're all I want. Nothing else matters." Edward looks at her sadly. "Then I'll have to keep saving you from me." Outside in the shadows, Victoria watches. James is gone, but she is not. 1. Forbidden love. Bella and Edward's love is at the heart of Twilight, but it's layered with danger and impossibility. Their relationship challenges the boundaries of mortality, morality, and identity. 2. Desire and restraint. Edward's internal struggle is one of the most powerful themes. He desires Bella not only romantically, but also as prey. His ability to resist her blood becomes symbolic of restraint, morality, and self-control. 3. Mortality versus immortality. Bella longs to become a vampire, to freeze time and be with Edward forever. Edward, however, views immortality as a curse, not a gift. This tension underpins their emotional conflict. 4. Identity and transformation. Throughout the story, Bella searches for meaning and belonging. She never felt at home in the human world. Meeting Edward forces her to question who she is and who she wants to become. 5. Family and choice. The Cullen family presents an alternative version of vampire existence, one based on compassion and ethics. Their choice to reject violence contrasts sharply with James and Victoria's path, highlighting the power of personal agency. Twilight is a story of contrasts: light and dark, life and death, predator and protector. But above all, it's a story about choice, about choosing love over safety, desire over fear, and about what we're willing to risk to be with the person we can't live without. Bella and Edward's journey has only just begun, but the decisions they make in this first chapter will echo through the rest of their lives and beyond. Thanks for watching The Book in Brief. Like and subscribe for more deep emotional retellings of the stories that shaped a generation.